I'm 2 months into reading comics on the Global Comix app, and I just, for a bit of fun, I thought I'd score them all against each other and do a little spreadsheet. Everyone everyone loves a little spreadsheet. Like, so it looks like I've got 9 books here that I read. Now some I'm still reading, and some I've probably abandoned and stuff like that. Like, and I broke it up into different categories. So I have story, so how good the story is, I guess. Then the art, how good the art is. The characters, are the characters appealing? And then just kind of an originality. It's all a scale of 1 to 10. So how original, just the experience of reading the story and the comic was like. So, and then I've added them all up. So I've hidden the titles here, and let's get into it. Like, this is not a fancy YouTube channel. I don't have any kind of fades or music or transitions, just kind of me waffling away. So this one here, total score of 17, and I know what one this is. This was the Wildcats, and this is one of the first ones I read on Global Comix because I'm a massive fan of the Wildstorm universe. That's what I grew up reading, and it has been brought into the main kind of DC universe, and there's like a total reboot. All the characters are different, but just in general, like, the story I thought was terrible. There was just characters everywhere, characters just showing up, disappearing. A lot of it was confusing. The art is really nice, some really good art in there. The characters, I'm going to give a 4. Like, even though I love those characters, just, I don't know, a lot of it didn't make sense, and I just didn't like the treatment of them and stuff like that. Originality 4. There was nothing really major in there, so unfortunately my fond kind of memories of Wildcats have been tarnished a little bit reading that series, and I did abandon it. I just couldn't continue reading it. Like, there was just way better stuff, and I didn't want to put my time into it. Like, so apologies for that. I've kind of forgotten. I wrote this up last week, and I've forgotten what order is. I kind of know what 1 and 2 are, but after that I'm not sure. Like, so what's the next one? Witchblade. Yeah, Witchblade. I'm still reading that. I think I've read like 7 issues, but story is a 4. I guess there's nothing major in there. Like, a lot of it was focused on kind of cop drama and stuff, and I would have been more into the supernatural side of it. That's kicking off a little bit more now, but I don't know. Like, the dialogue is really bad in that book. Like, the art, 7. Yeah, the art's really good. The characters are kind of, middle of the road. Probably the dialogue is what's brought them down, and some of the way they interact with each other. Originality, a 6. I don't know. It's fine. So that's 22 in total. I'm kind of enjoying this because I've forgotten what I done. Void Rivals, like, that's way down actually now that I look, because I really am enjoying that book. Like the story's a 5. It's very slow moving, and most of the characters are wearing these helmets, so it's very hard to get connected with them. And then even when they take their helmets off, I think the art style, the faces are very sketchy, so it's kind of hard to emote or just to feel that kind of empathy for the characters. So yeah, story is a 5. Art is 8. There's some phenomenal artwork in here. Characters 6. Yeah, originality 6. Like, it's based off of an existing property of Transformers, so it's kind of just like, whatever. I'm just looking here. I gave this 10. This one, art. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. This is Once and Future from Boom Studios, and the story is a 5. It's kind of like the Arthurian legend. So I'm just giving it a middle score because it's not really doing anything new as such. It's kind of using an established kind of mythology from England and trying to do something different. But I don't know. I just didn't think the actual story, like a lot of the stuff the characters do and some of the story choices, I wasn't a huge fan of. The art 10. It's amazing. It's just that artist Dan Mora is just a genius. Like, the artwork is incredible. Characters a 6. Yeah, characters are a bit annoying, and then a 5 for originality because there's nothing kind of majorly original in there. The next one is Phenomenova. Yeah, this is an indie series. I actually backed the second issue after reading this first issue. It's kind of a superhero story, and like the story's pretty solid. There's some kind of nice scenes in there. There's some other stuff that's like not like a lot of it feels like, you know, that it's ground that's been tread upon before. Like it's a young kid gets power, so you kind of get that Spider-Man, Peter Parker kind of vibe. The art I gave a 7. The art's really good. Characters is good. I actually think that's the key to an indie series. When you start out, you almost have to just focus on one character and make them likable, and you almost want to be on their team and root for them and stuff like that. Like, so I thought the character was really good. Originality 5, like it does feel very familiar, a lot of it. So yeah, as I said, I backed the digital tier of that, so I'm really looking forward to the second issue of that when it comes out. Bloodrick. So I gave the story a 5 because it's just this guy hunting, really. So there's not a whole lot to the story. There's lots of hints at different things, but like nothing real. There's no real payoff. It's only 3 issues. It's an Image comic series. The art is beautiful, amazing. I don't know why I gave it an 8. Does it deserve a 9? I'm feeling generous. Let's give it a 9. Does that change? Well, that's a tie now with the one up here. Like a character a 9. Yeah, I just thought Bloodrick was a great character and really funny. There was just a lot of really funny stuff in there, and originality 6. So I don't know. I think my kind of story and originality section can kind of influence each other. You know, the originality, yeah, I don't know. It's a guy hunting, fantasy kind of Conan the Barbarian. You know, sorry, I've got some food in my mouth. Next one, Black Hammer. Right, I only started reading this. Maybe I've unfairly ranked that high. Like, I'm only 3 issues in, but the story is a 6 because it hasn't really kicked off. Like, there's kind of some nice set pieces and stuff like that. The art in A, it's kind of do you know, I'm gonna put Bloodrick back down. Because the Black Hammer art has a similar vibe at times to Bloodrick, and I can't really separate those two. Characters in 8, there's some really cool characters in there, and originality 7. Yeah, it is an original. I think that's what helped bring Black Hammer up. There was just kind of there's lots of different characters in there, and a lot of them seemed kind of different, and you know, kind of like in the realm of stuff I hadn't seen before. So that was kind of cool. The next one, I know it's coming here. Like, so this one is Fiendish, which is another indie comic series. There's 3 of these. There's 3 parts on Global Comix. They're kind of biggish volumes. Like, so I've read 2 and I'm saving the last one. But like this one, this is amazing. Like the art is it's not. So this is all kind of my preference, is probably the best way to put it. Like, so the story. Sorry, I've given the story a 7, not the art a 7. I've given the story a 7. The story is really good. It's not like, I think what helps the story is the kind of world building part of it, and it feels like there's a lot of care and attention put into the world, and I love fantasy stuff. The art, I'm giving an A. It's not really my usual go-to art style. There's kind of an anime influence in there, but it's just really well done, like, and just fucking solid art, like, and the characters are brilliant. I give a 9. Like, just I really feel for these characters. You kind of feel that emotive, you know, you feel sorry for them, you don't want anything to happen to them, stuff like that. Brilliant. And originality 8, like, yeah, there's lots of kind of cool stuff in there, and it just feels you know, when you get jaded of just seeing the same old shit all the time, Fiendish, sometimes it just feels like I'm on this new adventure and a new kind of exploration of story, and that's what kind of gives me that excited originality vibe, like so yeah, really good indie comic series. And like this, I guess this is the thing, like if an indie creator can really well, in my world, in my kind of ranking world here, it can hang with the best of the best, like like I've given Fiendish and Phenomenova, which are two small creators, well above some big titles here, like like you've got the Transformers universe, Witchblade, Wildcats. So if your ideas are good and your passion is there, I think anything can happen. But the book I gave top, which I never thought I would have done, because in a weird way, because this series is like probably the biggest book in all of kind of American comic books, and I never really read it before, and I gave it a chance. I just didn't think I would enjoy it as much, and it's Batman Court of Owls. Like, it's Greg Capullo on art. Your man Snyder, Scott Snyder, is it? The story's brilliant. The story and art are brilliant. Like, it was so riveting. So many twists and turns. The kind of lore of Gotham, the characters, it was excellent, and the art is just, it's so good. Like, it's like, I've given that Once and Future a 10. I guess I'm not saying Once and Future is the best artist in the world. It's more just I'm ranking all these against each other in their own little kind of environment of my first 2 months reading. Like, and I did think Dan Mora's art was just a little bit better than the Court of Owls, but like, don't get me wrong, like the Court of Owls art is amazing. The characters, yeah, there's some brilliant characters in there, just very fleshed out. And originality, I'll give it an 8. Like, I know it's Batman, but I don't know, like I really wasn't expecting so much fun and so much intrigue, and I was just really excited reading every new issue. Like, so yeah, this is a long video, so if anyone's stuck with it, fair play. And yeah, look, go and check out some of these books, like some really, really good books out there on Global Comix, like well worth checking out.